embedding video and other media in WordPress. Welcome to WordPress Vidcast, a daily video podcast featuring WordPress tutorials, theme reviews, plugin reviews, techniques, tactics, tips, and tricks so you can build a niche site, build your small business website, build your brand hub, or build your first website without freaking out. You can build a website with WordPress, and I can show you how. The WordPress Vidcast. Use the hell out of WordPress. Welcome to the WP Vidcast. I'm your host, Josh Robbs, helping you use the hell out of WordPress. What are we on? Episode number 12, embedding video, audio, and photographs. Embedding media into WordPress. Now, I'm going to warn you up front, video and audio, not so exciting. Probably not what you're expecting, but media, the rest of the media, photographs, it's awesome. You'll learn some stuff, especially if you're a beginner, because honestly, there's this one mistake that I see a lot of people making that drives me nuts, and it's rookie. It's about being an amateur, about being inexperienced, but it's easy to fix, and once you fix it, your site, I think, will look so much better. In fact, I was absolutely sure to do this vidcast now, because I did a critique yesterday, and that one needed this tutorial, and the one I'm doing tomorrow, I took a sneak peek at it. They also need it, and I think, especially the one tomorrow, it will revolutionize the appearance of the website, and I think it'll bring it up a notch. It's one of those 30-second fixes that just tons and tons of results. If you have any questions, be sure to ask. Just go to WPVidcast.com. Everything's over there. There's a contact page. All my social information, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff is over there. So check that out if you have any questions, comments, concerns. If you know a better way to do something that I'm already doing, just pass it on. Sharing knowledge is such an important thing these days. All right, so let's flip over to my test site. This is the BS. You can't get to it. This website only exists on my computer, and we're in the dashboard right now. So if you don't remember where that's at, it's your URL /WP-admin, and you'll log in. If you're not already logged in, it'll take you to this page. First thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the settings. So down here in the left column, settings, go to media. Boom. All right. First section is images. And it says embeds. I don't know how you say it, but that is for like YouTube. We embed YouTube, and down here's a section for uploading files. Don't worry about those. Two things on the bottom. You can just leave it as is, and it will be fine. And leave the checkbox as is. Don't worry about it. All right, images. When you upload an image, WordPress has a feature so that you can load pages a little bit faster. When you load an image, it takes that image and makes copies of it in different sizes. Because even though you can put it in a page and resize it there, you're just resizing the appearance, you're not resizing the file. All the zeros and ones stay the same. So if it's a giant file, it's a giant file. Giant files make your web page go slower. So this is an easy way to make your web pages load faster. Sorry, this is a step in the process. Basically, the idea is you want to use an image that's the right size from the beginning. You don't want a 1024 pixel square image if you're only going to put one up that's 300 by 300. So with this, you make some settings, and it gives you a thumbnail, a medium size, and a large size. My suggestion, tip numero uno, is to figure out the width of the body of your posts. How wide is it going to be? And right here under max height or max width, right here, set that to something just a little bit smaller than that, maybe 5 or 10 pixels less than that. You want it to be the biggest size that you can fit there. So whenever you're doing a big image, you set that, you already know that it fits. It's the perfect size. And one thing to remember is just set it to the maximum. If you have a rectangle, like most photos are a rectangle, it will resize it so that the longest image, or so that the longest dimension, length or width of the image fits in there, and everything gets proportionally resized, so that you're not just warping and twisting things. That's ridiculous. All right, embeds right down here. This one is blank. You want to fill it into whatever your max width is. For me, it would be 600, and that is for when you embed videos from YouTube or whatever. That way, it's the right size. All right, now let's move on to adding media. Here's how you add media. You ready? Boom. You just select the file you want to add. I'll upload this MP4. It's the video from yesterday. Up, there it is. There it is. All right. And then you can add a title, caption, description. If you add an image, you can add, this will be a thumbnail. So it actually is a small version of the picture you uploaded. And that's that. And, oh, I'm sorry, important thing you may need later is there's the link to it. All right. So we uploaded a video. That is uploading things beforehand. You can also upload things right from the new post screen. So let's make a new post. There it is. Give it a title. And right here, this button right here next to upload insert. Boom. You can add files from your computer. That's how you'd upload it. Or straight from your media library where you've already uploaded things. So you just pick the image. You hit show. This gives you some information. Alternate text, that's the other thing that you can add to images. And then you scroll down, you pick the size you want. Here's the sizes I was talking about. You pick the alignment you want. We'll talk about that in a minute. And you just hit insert into post. And it has use as featured image. If you saw that, some themes do that, some themes don't. If yours does, use it. It's beneficial, but if you don't have it, don't worry about it. So there it is. That's inserting a photo. Now the next two are anticlimactic. Inserting a video, show, insert into post. It gets you a link to the video. And I have bad news for you folks. Inserting audio looks about the same. See? Now, so if you're running a podcast or if you're running a video podcast like I am, you need more software. That's a different tutorial. We're already at like 7 minutes. So, not exciting. Embedding video, the way you're probably thinking about it, is embedding YouTube. Hold on, let's go over here to publish and let's do a quick preview and look at what we got. There's the theme. See, there is... audio's not even showing. Did I delete it? Alright, we'll save the draft. And hit preview again. Close the old one. There it is. It wasn't saved, that's all. Alright, so close that. Now, let me get a video URL here. And honestly, let me hide this. You just take the URL from the video you want to embed and you insert it. Paste it in there. Make sure that it's not a link. Save the draft and then preview. And then preview. Scroll down and there it is. There's a quick critique of me doing a Modern Prepper's website. Alright, so there's that. I'm going to delete everything but the image. Actually, I'm going to delete everything. And there we go. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to take some BS filler text, paste it in there. Alright, so you have this awesome post you did. It's an awesome article. But articles are always better with images. Always, 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 always. So you're going to add an image. From the media library, we'll do that same crappy black background that I'm working on. And we'll put it in as a medium. Insert into post. Now, for the rest of this tutorial, I'm talking about messing with the images a little bit. Now, usually, you see an inexperienced person doing something like this or something like this. And a lot of times, your RSS feed looks like this regardless of what you do. You cannot fix it. But you can fix it on your post. And here's how. Click on your image. And, well, before I talk about these buttons up here, let's talk about these squares. Drag it, resize, so you can resize. Yippee skippy. That changes the appearance, not the actual file size. So, that's delete. Circle with a slash to delete. Next one is edit. So let's edit some stuff. You can go in and play with the title, alternate text, caption, link. And right here, these four items, click Well, just look at the little pictures, and it shows you what it's going to do. The only one that's a little bit misleading is center, because as is, hit cancel. This is called the baseline. The bottom of the image is called the baseline. Right now you have text aligned with the baseline. Now, if you click align to the left, it looks like it does up here. It puts it in the text. Center puts it outside of the text, and then right puts it in the text. A lot of times I will align it to the right so that you just read like normal. Here's another quick resize. Again, it's visual, not actual change in the file size. So let's put left, and then we'll hit update, and you'll see what happens. Look at that. You still have white space, but you don't have this big open hole right here. I wonder if I can. No, it's not letting me. All right. You know, you had this big empty spot right here. It's gone. It looks so much better. Now, you want to tweak it a little bit more maybe. Go to the advanced settings that aren't that advanced. You have the link to the file. You have the height, width. You have CSS class. Don't worry about that. You can change that the height and width if you really need to. Skip styles. Ooh, ignore that. And just look at image properties. You can give it a border. This is in pixels. So just put a number. How much vertical space you want. How much space you want on top and bottom. We'll give it 10. And horizontal. Actually, we'll give that. We'll give that 50. And then horizontal, we'll give 15. Now that is left and right, and it automatically fills in the styles. So if you want to undo this, you just delete this line right here. And come down to the bottom and hit update. Until I gave it a thick border and it gave a lot of space and less space. So that is messing with your images. And with that, I'm going to wrap up because that's really all I had to tell you. And that one thing right there, left aligning, right aligning an image so that the text flows around it, you're good. Oh, and the other thing is obviously use the right size image, because if the image was this big and I only wanted it to be this big, I should have used the smaller one, because all I'm doing is crushing my download time for my guests, and my guests should be everything to me. And if you screw it up and you want to go back to the original size, click original size, click update, and voila, there it is. And that's it. If you have any more questions, tips, or concerns, again, hit me up at wpvidcast.com. It's a contact me page, and all my social medias there. Or just email me directly, josh@wpvidcast.com. And remember, folks, the best way to get better at building websites is to build it, break it, and build it better. Good night.